Hi guys, welcome back to today's tutorial. So in today's tutorial we're going to be making this beautiful baby girl dress that you can see, and so this is the measurement we are going to be needing. So just go ahead to take your baby girl's measurement. Then the next thing you are going to do is to go ahead to fold your fabric into 4 and you draw out a starting line. So you fold your fabric into 4 and draw out a starting line. So the next thing you are going to be doing is to take your half length measurement. So for my baby, the half length measurement I'm using is 8 inches. I'll go ahead to mark 8.5 inches. Now the reason why I am marking 8.5 inches is because I'm going to be using that half inches to join it to the down part of the dress. So after you're done doing that, you just connect your 8.5 inches into a straight line, just as I have done here. So the next thing you are going to be doing is to take your shoulder measurement. So to take my shoulder measurement, the shoulder measurement I'm working with is 8 inches. So 8 divided by 2 is 4 inches. Then I'm going to be coming down by half inches for my shoulder slope, just the way I have done. So from my shoulder slope, I'm going to be marking my armhole opening. So for the armhole opening, I'm going to be using 3.75. So you can just go ahead to use 4 if it's convenient for you. Then the next measurement is to take the round body measurement. So the round body measurement I'm working with is 20 inches. But because I want to add ease to this dress, because this dress is not going to be having a zipper, so to add ease, I'm going to be working with 22 inches. So the round body I'm now working with is 22 inches. So I'll divide 22 inches divided by 4. I'm going to be having 5.5 inches. But now I'm going to be adding half inches for my joining allowance. So I hope you understand. So just make sure you add ease to any measurements you get around your baby's measurements. Then I'm going to be repeating that measurement on the armhole line, just I have done, and I'm going to be connecting it into a straight line. Then I'm just going to be connecting my shoulder line to my armhole line, and I'm just going to be making a curve for my armhole. So just the way I have done, so that is how you are going to be doing it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to take the neck measurement. So the neckline measurement I'm using is 2.25. I don't like using 2 inches because I feel like it used to be a little bit tight on her. So I'm going to be using 2.25 by 2.25. So you can either use 2 inches by 2 inches or 2.25 by 2.25. Then now the neck measurement for the back, I'm going to be using 2.25 by 0.75. So the back measurement, the neckline for the back measurement is 2.25 by 0.75. Then I'm going to connect my shoulder line, and I'm going to be going up by half inches for the joining allowance. So the next thing I'm just going to do is to cut this out. So to cut this out now, I'm going to be cutting the bodice out first. Then I'm going to be cutting the neckline for the back out first. So after doing that, then I'm going to be removing one of it. Then I'm going to be folding it again to cut the neckline for the front. So after I am done doing this, then I'm going to be opening a little slit at the back. So I'm just using like 2.25 inches for the opening. So you can either use 2.25 or 3 inches. This depends on you. So for the neckline now, I'm going to be taking this to the sewing machine to finish the neckline using a bias. So this is it now after I was done using a bias. So when you are done doing this, please give your dress a good press. So because this is going to make your dress come out really looking very, very neat. Then I've gone ahead to add like a button loop. So that button loop, you just fold your bias just the way I have done, just a little, and that is just all you need for your buttonhole. Then you fix your button hole. So the next thing I'm going to do is to join the shoulders together. So you can see how neat this is looking already. That is because I gave it a good press. So the next thing we are going to do is to join the shoulders together. So now the next thing we are going to do is to work on the sleeve. So the sleeve, you can notice that it's like a little gathers. So you just go ahead to cut out your fabric. So this fabric that I have here, I have 3 inches. I just cut out 3 inches by 30 inches, and this is 2 pieces. So it means I cut out 3 inches by 30 inches, and this is 2 pieces. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead to hem the down part. So I'll hem the down part using 1 inches. Then I'm going to be running a gather stitch on the upper part. So I hope you understand. So this is for the 2 sleeves. So I'm going to hem the down part. So after hemming the down part, then I'm going to be running a gather stitch on the upper part. So let me do that and show you. So now after joining the shoulder of your dress, and I've also gone ahead to make the gathers for the sleeve. So this is how it is looking. So you can see it's looking very beautiful already. So when I was making the gathers, so I did not take it straight. I tried to curve my hand so that I can have a neat edge. So let me just show you what I mean. So let me use this as an example. So instead of just running the stitch straight on a straight line, I curved my hand just the way I have done. So you can see the way I curved my hand. I'm just using this as an example for you. So you go ahead to curve your hand just to make sure that you have a neat edge. So that is the idea of what I'm just trying to say. So the next thing we are going to do is to place right sides facing each other. So I'll take this back to the sewing machine, right side facing each other, and I'm going to be stitching on it. Then I'm going to come back and show you. So once I'm done stitching, I'm going to top stitch, but let me go ahead to do this and show you. So guys, once you are done joining your shoulder, this is what it should look like. And you can notice that my shoulder is relaxing properly, and this is because I went ahead to top stitch it. So it is very good for you to top stitch so that when your baby wears the dress, the sleeve is not going to be flying up and down. It's going to relax properly where we want it to be. So you top stitch very close to your gather so that it doesn't have to be obvious that you top stitch that part. So the next thing we are going to do now is just to join the sides, but I've gone ahead to cut out a little piece of fabric that I'm going to be using as the rope to snatch the waist of this dress. So remember that we added allowance, so we need it to look fitted on the child. So I've gone ahead to make a rope, and I'm just going to go ahead to join the sides of this dress. So after joining the sides of your dress, this is what you should have. So you can see how neat this is looking already, and you go ahead to give this a good press. So let us get started with the down part. So for the down part of this dress, we are going to be needing lining for it because of the gathers for the down part. So the first thing you are going to go ahead to do is to minus your half length from your full body measurement. So mine, after minusing it, I had 13 inches. Now, because I do not want the lining to be showing under the dress, I'm going to be minusing 3 inches from that measurement I have. So I'm working with 13 inches. So I minus 3 inches, I'm going to be left with 10 inches. Now I'm going to be needing 1 inches for the hemming allowance for the lining and half inches for the joining allowance to the upper part of the dress. So I'm going to be working with 11.5. So now for the measurement of the lining that you need, for me, the full body measurement I said I was working with is 20 inches. So I'm going to be adding 10 inches to this. But in this video, you will notice that I marked 40 inches. But by the time I was done, I noticed that the gathers was a bit too small. It was not giving me what it was supposed to. So I just cut away 10 inches after. So I cut away 10 inches. So I'm working with 30 inches. So the length of the lining I'm working with is 30 inches now by 11.5 inches. So I just hope you understand what I just said. So I'm working with 30 inches by 11.5 inches. Then whatsoever you have on your lining now, you can just go ahead to divide that line into 3. So I just divided the line into 3. That's for the 3 steps of the layers of the gathers. So the first, that's the down part measurement, I used 4 inches. For the middle part, I used 4.5. Then for the upper part, I used 3 inches. So you can just decide to measure this just the way you like. It depends on how you want your gathers to look like. So I'm going to be taking this to the sewing machine to hem the down part using 1 inches. Ruffles. So what I'm going to be using for the ruffles, so I've gone ahead to cut 3 pieces here. Now these 3 pieces is 7.5 inches each. So the length is 7.5 inches, which you can see. So it's 7.5 inches. So I have 1 inches for hemming the down part and half inches for the joining. So to gather it up here. So and I have 3 pieces. Now the material I'm using is just 1 yard. So the material I'm using is just 1 yard. So I've gone ahead to cut all of this. So it's good to give your fabric a good press before you start cutting. So what I'm going to do now, after I'm done hemming the down part, I'll take this 7.5 inches that I have here. I'll go ahead to hem it as well. So I'll hem this part as well using a straight stitch. After I am done doing that, so this is length 60, because this is a material. So if you are using Ankara, it's going to be 45, but this is material.
So this material is around length 60. It's around length 60, so you can see it's 60. So I'll go ahead to run gather stitch on this place, and I'll go ahead to pleat it on each of the lines. So I'll pleat the first one, I will pleat the second one as well, I'll pleat the second one as well, then I'll pleat the third one at the tip here. So I'll pleat the third one at the tip here. So let me go ahead to do everything I just explained.
So after hemming, just go ahead to give it a good press. This way your dress is going to come out looking like as if it's a ready-made dress. It's not going to look sewn, it's not going to look tacky. So the moment you finish hemming it, first bring it back to your ironing table and give it a good press before you now take it back to the sewing machine to run your gather stitch.
Okay, so I've gone ahead to do everything I said I was going to do. So now let me show you how I place the down part. So after you've gone ahead to hem your down part, you go ahead to gather the first step. So after you gather the first step, when you are placing it, you can see the way I placed it, so that by the time I bring it this way, it's going to be this way and it's going to be neat. So if you place it, if you do not place it this way, it's going to, you are going to have rough edges, and you know that it's possible this fabric will fray. So if you have a whipping machine, you can just go ahead to whip it. So this is the first layer. So this is how I place the first layer, and the same way I place the second layer. So you can see that the second layer is as well neat, but the first layer is the only layer that I placed normally because I'm going to be attaching the upper bodice to it. So this is how it should look like.
So once we are done with the down part, I'm just going to bring the upper part that we first made and now the down part. So for that down part, just go ahead to join your opened edge. So I just joined it using 1 inches. So that is just what I did. So the next thing I'm just going to do is to attach the upper part to the down part of this dress. So you get the middle part of your front pattern of the upper pattern and just pin it down just the way I am doing. So you get the middle part of the back pattern as well and just pin it down as well. So what I'm just trying to do is to make sure that I divide evenly the gathers that I have, that's the down part gathers, just to make sure that it's even. So that's just what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead to attach this now, take it to the sewing machine and sew it all around. So once you are done sewing it all around, you notice that you have rough edges. So you can either decide to use your bias tape to just finish up the rough edges, or you can decide to go ahead to weave it, which is what I'm going to be doing. And that is just all for the making of this dress. So let me just open the dress up so you can see how beautiful it is. So you can go ahead to attach your button as well. And that is all for the making of this tutorial dress. So guys, if you really like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up, click on the subscribe button and just subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I drop a beautiful video like this. So guys, bye guys, I'm going to be seeing you in the next tutorial.